Alright, we are live now. Thank you, again, immediately as soon as I go, we're live now, Cat immediately wants to go ahead and give me a buff. That is really funny, all things
I
considered.
stumbled across an Orcan codex that said this
Anyway.
tower was known for its beautiful Iatan treasures.
We are starting
For
things
you,
off
it was
with just
also
doing
known for its deadly security apparatus.
the weekly Iatan, because, well, I figure if we're gonna do something, might as well start it simple. And y'all know I love my weekly Iatan. So, yeah, give it another minute. I won't go too far here, but we're doing a little bit of Ureli priming right now. And by that I mean we already have Ureli Prime up, but I kind of just felt like using her. But yes, it's Warframe in time. It's frame in time. Something witty. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone's been doing well. I do have my other mouse cursor up, though I don't think, unfortunately, with Warframe I can actually show that, because they have their own set of mouse cursors. Which, fun fact, if anyone didn't know, under accessibility, there is an option if you scroll down. Like, if you go to the options under accessibility, there are a whole bunch of other mouse cursors. I already knew about it, but I like the default one, but I figured today we'll switch it up a little bit. So we got this one now. We have the funny, very looking one. You know, gotta have a little bit of fun with it, right? No, it's actually gonna be kind of funny at 10 now. I've goofed it off enough. I already looked at the arbitration for later. It's Dante's a bonus, but honestly, might not be the worst decision to do. I didn't type it was, I wasn't paying attention to that. But Dante's also just really good in general. Because Overguard go crazy. So it might be worth picking him up for the additional bonuses. See how I'm feeling. Because the thing I might just go like Seppi still. Maybe Valkyr. I could see Valkyr as well. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? What we got? Corrupted. I mean, they are corrupted. I mean, I just unlocked them. They're all corrupted already. I don't know that's what the song's called. Joke. Like awful jokes. That's what y'all are watching me for, right? You're watching me for the awful jokes, right? It's definitely what it is.
Wow.
There's no other
This
reason
looks
you'd be
dangerous.
watching me.
For me. I mean, you're gonna be fine. Promise.
You'll be fine. You'll only die a horrible, painful death. Yeah, I know I mentioned, I believe it was last week where I mentioned I should probably do Titania again for this. I'm like, do I want to though? It'd be fun, don't get me wrong. You know, it's also fun using Ureli.
Don't look now, tin stuff. There's an Iatan nearby.
I've heard that voice like so many
That's what we came
times.
here for. Your job's done.
It's been ingrained in my head. So many mods this time. One of the last times, we had Iatan stars everywhere. And this time we got mods everywhere. Ay ay ay. Oh, endo. Taking that, because any bit of endo is worth it. Endo. We get to endo. Okay, endo's endo. We take advantage of what we can get. Because 15 endo could be the difference between an upgrade or not. Those later ones for 5k, 10k, 20k. You know what I'm talking about.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So you're just capping 2 because I'm playing Sebi. 2 is just the beginning of the combo. Step 2, 1, nuke everything into oblivion. Possibly it's going up. One might just go. I think we'll stick around for another minute. Just to get a little bit of extra ability. Or a little Matarai extra. Oops, sorry. My throat a little parched. I'm gonna get water in a sec after this. But yeah, today's just one of those days. I mean, that's a bad thing. It's just a matter of fact. Oh, that was
If it's
500.
useful, do it.
Okay, if I'm not surprised, this is only 423. These enemies are worth basically nothing. Only got a handful of kills with the forward. That's fine. Still a lot overall. $11,500, dang. Dang, 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 dang. Alright, here's my drink. I brought a straw to see if it would be quieter this time. Normally I don't drink with a bunch of straws, but especially since this just isn't a cup or the like. I'm like, hopefully that'll be a little bit quieter in case I accidentally forget to mute my mic. Keyword hopefully. If it's not, I apologize. But speaking of changing custom cursors, I know I brought it up I think it was last stream, I think it was Monday. Let's do it. Let's actually minimize the game actively for this. But normally I have two, or not normally I have two. Normally I have two, yes. Normally I have a different cursor. No, okay, I'm not physically showing my mouse. Let's see if I can fix that on OBS real quick. Capture cursor. No, I am. Huh. Well. Point is, I got another one there. I can figure out something afterward. I can figure out something later. Oh yeah, I've already finished up my Nightwave as well.
Nora sleeps better knowing her
Jojo,
dreamers are
I can
out
work with
there,
off stream.
working to lift us up.
You know, I don't think I've ever done this. I might do it just for the sake of, because I've never done this before. Thumper Doma. It's not too bad. I've done it before, even without it being the thing. It's just more, can I find the right Tusk Thumper? That's easy. That's easy.
That's all from me.
Okay, let me see if I can get this real quick. So minimize this. Is it going to show up? Actually, it'll work if I do this. Let's see if that works. Okay, it does. We did a brief flicker for a moment, but you can in fact see the cursor. It's not the same one as before. I can even prove it. It's not. Default. Apply. We're back to the usual one. Okay, that's my default one that I'm using right now. They have the other one set up. I'm going to switch back to that one because I want to use it later. But yeah, I got it from a little Toho mouse cursor pack a while ago, like years ago. I don't remember where I got it specifically from, is the problem. Defection, oh god. Station. Defection's one that to guide people. Given the way that it works, and that I'm going to constantly be needing to deal with the enemies to make sure they're not in the way, they don't get stalled, I think it's honestly going to be better to play Sevi for this. Dante would have been really good because I can go ahead and shield up all the people, but here's the thing. Why would I want to shield them when I could just clear out all the enemies and get a clear path for the guys to go through? At that point, it just feels less efficient. But it's defection, so everyone's gonna hate it anyway. And there's a couple defection nodes that you have to do. But that's not a ton.
Fight this arbitration as any mortal creature would. There are no second chances.
I mean, there are if you get enough little of the little tokens. There are second chances then. Fight assassins already. We literally just started. Okay, 26.
Seeking a dream of existence where they would not be forced to commit more atrocities.
Tenno, I am detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Another fight assassin. I'll take it. There's two and we haven't even started. Give me the power.
The first group of survivors. Find them and escort them to the waiting transport. The galleon's atmosphere has become toxic. It will kill the crew members within minutes. Their only hope is the med boosters, but you must keep them powered. The survivors will never reach the transport without them. Use this comms console to rush out more survivors.
Right, I gotta stick it out. Where are the survivors at? Because I'm blind as a runner. That's a synthesis target.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
All right, Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
What was coming? That one must have deal with.
An excellent specimen, Hunter. This will advance Sanctuary's goal.
5,000, dang.
Let the survivors know you're ready to keep moving. We've lost one. Keep crew members alive.
Okay, we need to get these people.
And I'll be forced to abort the mission. We lost one. A survivor has safely reached the ship. Another
Yeah, we
crew
gotta do a
member
little
has been
better than
killed.
that. Everyone's focused on other things.
Scanning for more survivors.
To be fair, we are all focused on getting this into the target. Well, I know myself and one of all the people where I can't speak for them. Because I can't speak for them. I don't know what they were doing. They could have been messing around in the corner, or they could have just been doing something.
Crew member killed. Protect the remaining survivors.
Alright. Click on playing escort mission. Move.
Crew member killed. Protect the remaining survivors.
Yeah, well, I'd like to. It's alright. I'm on top of them. Just point if anything gets 3 kills and it's on me. Oh,
lost
he
one.
just exploded. I think he ran out of AP. Must have some damage over time on him. I was saying good. This current rate, we are not going to be winning anything. To be fair, it's defection. No one likes defection.
There are still survivors to be evacuated, but this operation is becoming increasingly risky. You have permission to seek extraction when you feel you can no longer protect the crew. Another group of defectors
You
needs
can
an
no longer
escort.
protect the crew. Well, let me tell
Survivor
you.
evacuated.
That might be coming immediately at this rate.
Poor Cavor, the Tenno led me right to you.
Are you okay, bro?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Okay, I need the medis. Clutch this up. They said there's never anything on it. They say, something. Pressure is the best way to make diamonds or something like that. People. They're going that way.
Another crew member has been killed.
Oh, that's not good for us.
Time for your judgment.
Free your medic. He's here to kill the defectors. Take him out.
Yeah, we don't like that. Oh boy.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit
Alright, they're gone.
approaching. Locating more survivors.
No, I'm not
Survivors
interested in
have
more
just reached the
survivors.
safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
Actually, I kind of am. I mean, another bonus, but
Even the Tenno will keep you safe.
bro, I don't think you got any room to say anything when you're talking like that. You clearly can't find them. You don't even have basic motor functions. I don't think you're gonna be capable of thought like that. Alright, let's head back. Like, quite honestly, I have not even seen you at all, which means either you were killed quite easily, or you're just bluffing. I choose to believe you're bluffing because it's funnier. I choose to believe you're bluffing because it's funnier. That's Alright, head over to the survivors. Priority A. Okay, I was gonna say these people aren't fully healed, but we might be sending them to their death now. Kinda what I'm afraid is gonna happen. How was everyone's death? Good choice. Or he kinda got abandoned. That's great, good. Help us now.
Crew member rescued. Keep it up.
Okay, got a few more.
Another crew member has been killed. Crew member rescued. Keep it up.
Yeah, I don't
found
think.
a new group of survivors.
Not interested.
Scanning for additional crew.
Love folks who love what they do.
No offense. But I don't think I can help you. I'm going. We are like one death away and very bad things happening. Knowing that, I'm personally out. Well, it is possible we could get better rewards. I'm also not keen on losing everything because of the fact that we got our luck a little bit pushed higher than we should have. Something, risk and reward. Before Vitus doesn't seem amazing, but we'll have to make it work. We got some decent stuff anyway. Because the defection just isn't great. If it was like the other one that we did last time, which was the what's the one? It was like the oh, am I forgetting the name of it? It's the one where you have to go ahead and decrypt the watch for jiggies. That one. Be like that one, we'd be fine. We could go wild on that. Depends, we could go wild on that. I'm not concerned. For this, yeah, no. Okay, 6 months ago. 1200 essence, or 1200 endo, sculpture, a little bit of pigment, carbides. Okay. Fortunately, we'll have to. We'll have to go ahead and wait to. I think. Oh yeah, we did mass credit farm. I did some. Cause I bought a whole bunch of blueprints for weapons I still needed to make, and then I mass produced. Oh, I got all the augments now. Let's see. It's nice. I think what I want to put on. Potentially other things. I picked this up because I'm like, I had a full bar anyway, and I'm like, I need to get Mirage anyway. Get this because I actually do it for Hildren. I know some people use it. It's very cheap. It's basically nothing. Got this on one of the
Clever
for it.
indeed.
I have a bar. Don't know why I have the helmet. Objects. I just need, yeah, I just need the some polymer bundles. Just need the argon crystals. Speaking of, let's go look at our weeklies. Before I do that, let's go claim some stuff. So check to see what I still have in terms of leveling that I need to do. Then we'll go claim some stuff. Let's do that. I'll just slap some base mods on it, not because I care and I'm not using this, but just because Might as well. This is... Do a little bit more damage. Crit actually might not be better to use Restoration. Use this. 4 times. Do I have any of them that give me... I do. 50%. Headshot. I'd rather take the guaranteed. Then I'll take the Final Sense. Do that for 4. Because boosting it slightly isn't going to help. I'd rather have the higher crit. And then I guess
Operator, the sentients
Yes, I
are not
guess.
laughing at my jokes.
Actually,
Did they
that's whatever.
adapt to my humor?
I don't care enough. Not like I'm abusing this for as longer than I need to, rather. Strum, do I have any melee that I still need to do? No. I'll keep these for right now. Have my other Grakata going? I do. I was smart enough to think I did. Congrats on me for doing that. Very surprising. Alright, what we got this week? Fierce. Circuit, base circuit. Nidus, Octavia, Harrow. Well, it's pretty obvious that you should be going for Nidus in this one. Octavia, I know you can get from Octavia's Anthem. I know Nidus comes from, I think, the Glass Gambit as well, I believe. Maybe not Glass Gambit, but I know, I forget which one he comes from, but he comes from a mission as well. But I know he's a pain in the butt to get. Octavia, you can get all of her parts. I know that there's like some Lua puzzles that you have to do, but I mean, you could just literally just Google the solutions for some of them, or spend extra time looking around and trying to solve the puzzle. Either or. It's not hard. I also have Octavia, so I'm biased to pick Nidus here. And then Harrow, you get Chains of Harrow. I mean, yeah, there is some parts of him that are a pain in the butt to get, but Harrow Cassie, I don't think I need to poke fun at how much of a joke that is. I know when my buddy was telling me that back in an earlier version of Warframe, when it used to drop more frequently, he had a competition to see how many they could each, he and a friend could each get for 1 week after clearing out all of theirs. He won, by the way, by over 200. He did a lot of relic cracking that week. But you get Chains of Harrow, you get the Harrow Chassis Blueprint, Harrow Chassis Blueprint. And then the other two are on specific missions. I don't remember how to get them, but as I said, I know that they're like specific missions that you can easily do on repeat. So I think Nidus here is the easiest pick. Also, it's Nidus. We like Nidus. Ravenous. There's some mutations. Alright, what do we got for Steel Path? Bow, Latron, Rex, Furus, Strun. Okay, I don't think I need to explain why I'm going with this one. I fully think this is the best one of this week. If there's any of them you're going to be getting, it should be the Strun Incarnate. Now that is cool, it's a damage beam, but it's the Furus. You're going to be still dealing with a low output gun. Like the Mark 1 Furus. Okay. Furus, Mark 1 Furus. You can at least try to make them work, and I know that the upgrades do actually, I mean, what's this? Point hit. Yep. Base damage by, well, increase with overshield, yeah. It's 28. I mean, it's not terrible. I think, honestly, I'd probably take Stormburst here. Just because of the fact of its electricity status. Unless you're getting like overshield because you're playing Hildren frequently, or Kalervo, or Dante, or anything of that sort. And really, it's only by 2 points of damage. I'd rather take the electricity multi-shot anyway. I mean, it's for barely any time, but you build into a bunch of multi-shot, it stacks it to 3 times, it's guaranteed 120% if you get multi-shot stack. So I'd say it's pretty decent. Energy waves that bounce off enemies and terrain in incarnate form. I could make an argument for this. It's Legion Prime and Legion Wraith. Range and heavy attack efficiency. Heavy attack efficiency is okay. The range is great, but at that point, I'd argue that there's just so many other better incarnates that are melee. Like, I'd rather take Hate, for instance, because I could just flame everything, and I have Burning Hate that's built into it as well. I think I'd rather have that, or, like, what else do I have? I can actually check. I remember what all my stuff I have. So much I got. I actually might be the only one that I have. Off the top of my head, actually might know. Because I know it's not the only one. Let me check what the... Let me get a list. Actually, probably is the only one that I have active. I might if I got these as well. I don't really care for having... I got... To an extent this, and to an extent this. This is niche, but I do have certain purposes of using it. What melee incarnates are there? I actually don't remember all of the incarnates off the top of my head. There's airman ones, primary, secondary, melee. You got Ack and Brunt, which isn't bad. Anku is better. You get range and slash damage rather than heavy efficiency. I'd argue that Anku's better. Ack and Brunt, you got Spectral Axe during, I guess, aerial and slide attack. It's very niche though. I know Ceramic Dagger is pretty meme worthy because I know people are like, okay, you can just heavy attack instead of getting heavy attack efficiency. You just get Spectral Daggers. You got Okina and Prime. Okina Incarnate Prime. Okina Prime Incarnate. There we go. So you get Spectral Daggers that just home in on people. I know you got Magistar, which I know people use the Sanctity Magistar for that. Which is combo and such. Wind up, I believe. Spear has heavy slams that just create ice shockwaves. Yeah, like, I'd rather just take one of those rather than taking the range. So, you know, I think, obviously, as I said, Scrun's the best one there. I will die on that hill. You get explosive projectiles that stagger opponents. And also, if you build Strun properly, you could just have a giant bullet wall. So let's just turn it into an explosive bullet wall. What's something you got? What's a shotgun? It's gonna be really easy to transmute because the fact it's a shotgun, it's weak point hits, headshots generally. Really easy to charge that up when you can get a ton of tiny pellets that can deal that. I mean, a little bit of damage is nice. 5 base multi-shot up to 5 times. Honestly, it's not bad. I mean, you would have punch through. 4 punch through is great. But the fact that you can fire and get 25 times bonus, or yeah, plus 5 base multi-shot stacks the 5 times 25 base multi-shot extra is ridiculous. I believe my build that I have for it, once it's fully finished, because I still need to max out a few mods on it, I believe gives me something like 60 or 80 multi-shot, and that's not an exaggeration. I just think ridiculous like that. I can actually pull up, I'm going to my phone real quick, I can actually tell you exactly what the numbers are. I always screenshot my builds. You go find it. I can tell you exactly what it is. So considering that you can get a ton, that's Bolter. That's projectile. That's crit chance. Goes into 61.2, 25.2 base, 61.2 width. First run, and that's not factoring in the Incarnate bonuses, because I don't believe Overframe factors those in at all, because I haven't had the option to select it, so... Yeah, no, that comes out to like 25, comes into 50, depending if it categorizes base or not. What's to say it's just flat multi-shot that's added. That's still like, it's like 80 multi-shot, it's 85, like 86 multi-shot. So yeah, it's 86 multi-shot. That's ridiculous. You would absolutely shred through anything with that at that point. Reload speed. Reload speed's good if you aren't running, I think it's lock and load, I believe it is. One that actively gives you passive reload on your gun, your X-Miss slot. Could honestly be worth it if you don't have that for the reload speed, but I wouldn't say projectile speed's as good. I think I'd rather take galvanic reload, where you just get 1 round in magazine from ammo pool if you hit something with electricity. So anything like gyre or volt is absolutely cooking with that. Or if you have that built into any of your weaponry, where you can't get electricity procs. The galvanic reload I think is definitely the best pick here. I don't remember what the base status is for all that. 132% for Incarnate form. It's ridiculous. 48%. I mean, it's crit chance. That's base crit chance. I mean, I feel like you do Brutal Edge or Elemental Balance. Like, base crit chance by 16% is cool and all, but you get, what is that, 3 times the amount? You get 3 times the amount in Incarnate form, and it's 4% per projectile in base crit and status. So if you have, so assuming I'm understanding it correctly, if you have, let's say, counting out there, 25 that I do, that is 100% chance extra. Yeah, Brutal Edge is definitely the better pick here, at least for me. If people are running smaller, it might be better. I'm like, 11% per projectile is crazy. I actually think I would get more in base from Elemental Balance. Unless it stacks on top of everything else. Actually, I think it does. Doesn't matter. I think I'm definitely taking Brutal Edge there. That's definitely the best pick, I think. Anyway. Furax. It's ready. I do have that. Prepare to be overthrown. I don't think I will. You haven't missed much. I did a little bit of arbitrations. It was a thing. Diddy oil, yes. I was talking about how I think Shred Incarnate's the best lineup of this, personally. Plus the fact of Brutal Edge is just ridiculous if you have like 25 shots like I do. Okay, long reload, that's good. Blazing Barrel is just better, I think. I mean, Punch Through is great, but it's only while you have the channel ability actors with Incarnate. I died. I don't think I died. I think though. I think either Latron or Furax is probably the best one. I'm gonna go Furax. I actually have the Furax Wraith. But yeah, Strun Incarnate. That's the big boy right there. What are these? You died if I say you died. I don't think that's how that works. 2 Rivens, a pistol and a rifle Riven. Low key, even if I'm gonna go for the I mean, I'm probably gonna go for both of them honestly, but even if I just go for this one, I might still pick up with the rank 7 at the very least, or rank 8. Long sharp shot's nice too. So with these, it's like 1,000, and like this is like 900. Why are we spamming Dark Souls You Died? I mean, at least it's getting its usage out of it. At least you're getting your usage out of it. What do we got for this week's? Okay, that's pretty obvious as to which one you should go for. I think that you should get this one. This is useful, don't get me wrong, but you can get so many of these between bonuses, Night Wave, etc. Especially if you're in a position like I am, where you've done only weeklies. You get 50 per rank. But this you need actively 2 Archon shards for, which means you need 2 weeks worth of stuff. So there's that. That's easy. Riven, take the Riven, obviously. This is gonna be only Holvania. Arcanes, take the Riven. It's gonna be guaranteed better. Exos Blueprint, obvious. Forma obvious. Orkin reactor, pretty obvious. Okay, this is where you actually have a choice to make. It's pretty obvious this entire week. It's pretty obvious what you need to do up until this one. For beating the abilities. I guess it kind of depends on whether you need more for your Warframe or for your weapons. Like, I think I'm probably gonna take this one personally. But if you got all your Warframe set up fully, you might want to arguably take this for your weaponry. We'll go to Helvania. Let's go look at what our weaponry from Eleanor is, our Coda weapons. I'd go to Ergo as well. I'm like, some of his stuff's a lot more niche. Eleanor also has a lot of really good Coda stuff. Also, I use the Coda stuff, so I'm biased. I'm going to take a look.
Hello. What pretty is as pretty does.
Okay, that's literally 0.1% above minimum. 39's not bad. That's not bad. Holy motherload. 57.8. Don't mind if I do. I mean, I guess magnetic, and magnetic isn't the best progenitor type. Who cares? Like I say, who cares? 57.8. That's one mutation. That's what's one fusion. It's one valence fusion away from max, no matter what. I'm going to take this as well. I don't care. Give me a. I'll spend 12 for weapon slots. I don't care.
You know where I am.
I will take the 12. I can easily get that back later. I can literally go trade after this stream. I can figure something out easily. That won't be a problem. Mark for the moment. Yeah, I kind of been waiting to level these until I got all to max valence bonus. Then I can actually figure out what build I want. Toxin. It's only 4%, but it's not bad. I can take that. It's still an overall improvement. Hours. It's fine. Have we changed our? No, we have not. We still have a little bit. We still have like 3 minutes because it's hourly. Oh, Logic Bear. I should go ahead and show you.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenier. Error, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this witticism?
1 second. I just need to refresh Twitch real quick. We're gonna snooze that. Gotta fix that real quick. There we go, sorry about that. Alright. Let me go ahead and find the... Nope. My Prodman. There it is. Yeah, I got a second one of these. First one I got to play with some friends a while back. This is what I got from randoms. I mentioned it on Twitter, but... I didn't expect a whole bunch of randoms to go for an hour with me. We had myself and another Dante. I was Dante, we had another Dante. We had a Saren that was actually putting in good work, and we had a Revenant that, if anyone lost all their shields, Mesmer skin immediately. Then our Revenant was basically our biggest DPS, while I was busy playing support, and the other Dante was playing mixed. I'm trying to figure out where I want to stick this. Actually, I want to put this up somewhere. Should I go through? We have Vallis's Flunny staff. I know some people I've seen on Twitter recently. Some people started using that to make the helmet had glasses. Put with the Ember Prex, honestly. If I get Valkyrie, I might just put it with Ember then. No, that wouldn't work there because we clip through. Why is it hard to find a good spot? Good grief. How does that look? Let's see how that looks. That's cursed. It's going down here somewhere. Do I have any stable walls that would work? Why is that upside down? Would not work very well. I need something that's flat. Not putting it into that room. Yeah, I might put it in this room actually. John Prodman can be with all of his people. Hello. I am doing well. I'm trying to figure out where to put this Prodman poster right now. I ended up getting, I was talking about it a little bit before, but I ended up getting a whole bunch of randoms a couple days back. I got a second one, which I was not expecting. We had 2 Dante Squad, Revenant, and a Saren. We ended up doing really well. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this. I might just have to put it in the other room. I don't like having to put more clutter in there, but it might just be the best spot for it, honestly. Because we do have a bunch of, yeah, this is a really flat area. This is honestly the perfect kind of area for it. Whether I like to admit it or not. Still cursed, but not as much. Speaking of, I will be taking, if anyone wants to pop in once I finish this up. So I'll get a little tour of my place while we're here, honestly. Might as well at this point. I do have a bunch of decorations that I can still put in, but yeah, I got a lot. Other Prodman one. I'm something of a decoration collector, if that isn't obvious. I just like these ones here. We got most of my noggles are right here. What types of games do I mostly play? Honestly, I'm the kind of person that I like setting down and kind of just going, okay, if I'm gonna start this game, I'm gonna play it to completion, or at least try to. So Monday I've been doing Persona 5 Royal. Wednesday I've made it a habit to play Warframe. I really love the game. I have 1,300 hours in it. I feel like that speaks for itself at that point. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be playing it. Thursday I generally never see content to me. Never seen content to me. Thursday I generally kind of play whatever kind of game. Like this week, tomorrow, we're playing XCOM 2, or at least we're gonna try to. If the game wants to work. Hopefully it will. I've got everything mostly set up, but sometimes you never know until you actually go to press live. I've done Schedule 1, I've done Medieval Dynasty, I did Astral Throne a few months back. I wouldn't say every day, but I at least try to keep things semi-interesting. I like having some consistence for the people that like those consistents. But I also don't want to be doing these same exact kind of games every single day, every single week. So at least try to, you know, mix it up here and there a little bit. Then on Saturday, I generally try to play some kind of social game. Jackbox is a little bit finicky, but if I can get it working, I play that sometimes. If I can get it working is the key part. That's a good question. I do like playing Phasma with people. The problem is it's not as fun if I don't have other people to play it with, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I can still have a really good time. But I think it's funnier when you just goof. I do have Jackbox, yeah. Usually I have 7 that works the best. 2 is prone to crashing because of some specific settings that I have on my computer. 3 and 4 I can get working sometimes, but 7's the best one I have. But I don't play it a ton because of the fact of, as I said, it's a bit prone to crashing sometimes. I don't know why, it just is. I played Dead by Daylight a few times. I usually just play Killer, unless I have other people to play it with. Again, same kind of thing there. I don't play Survivor Fun unless I'm playing with other people. We can goof off then. Yeah, I do play Dead by Daylight. I've I've considered playing Minecraft. I've considered it. Gotta figure something out for that if I do. Why is this one just spinning? But yeah, I usually try to play something on Saturday that's social-esque. I have King of the Castle as well, where basically I'll be the king in that case because I'm the host. And you guys are either trying to work with me or overthrow me, or it's basically a story-based game. You guys have your own minor objectives you need to complete. That's a weird room, but yeah. I have 4 of them. I got from different events. This one I got at some point, I don't remember where. This one I got the Carrion one. Was from a while back, last year during an event. I popped in during some kind of celebration event for like half an hour, and I ended up getting that. Where is the other? There's 2 others. Where are they? This one I got from the same event as well. I got the Barrow one from the same event, so technically I could have bought it, but it saved me a bunch of ducats. It was like 750k for it as well on top of that. Where's the last one? There it is. Oh my goodness, I was wondering where you went. This is from the last year's Dog Day event, the Dog Days event from last year. So actually almost a full year ago at this point, because I know Dog Days is coming back in a little while. Apparently it can't drive very well either. And so I just crashed into stuff. Oh, we got ads. Take a moment. So let's check and see if we have any other coins that I have. I don't. If I did have more random crowns, I'd honestly just slap them into the pile. I'm kind of tempted to slap this in. I could, honestly, I could. Got Pedestal Prime and Umbra. Got all my collectibles from various seasons. We got June, we got, where's my ones from? Yesterday decided to get up early, take ADHD meds, and write. Today I woke up at 3 p.m. and said nah. Honestly, fair. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sometimes you just get into one of those kind of moods where you just don't feel like doing anything for a bit. We got some Halloween stuff here from Nabarus. I have a couple other things from it, but what's today's goal? Honestly, we're just kind of just having some fun. Did some arbitrations. We're doing such as some relic crackings. Oh, I have a really cursed. Okay, on the topic of being cute, I don't know if it's cute, but I think it falls into more in the cursed category. I lost a bet with one of my friends several months back. And I was a man of my word. I was a crook of my word. Oh, I'm not proud of this. Anyway, my random... I'll show you that in a minute. But got my random crown pile. I have a couple exemplar ones in there, but it's mostly just the base and the zenith. Oh, they get the terrorist kneeling to the golden hand. There's a joke in there somewhere. We have the Vitus essence.
Disgusting.
I added that on because this wall was empty, so like, that's
purging this.
Cleaning this room, but sadly this vile mass serves you and your warframes.
I'll let his face speak for itself. Normally it's just a mouth, funny enough. I like the Rollazors because they look like little eye stalks on him now. He just got eyes. And he stares judgingly. After 7 months, what's this all about? Don't eat the cat! No, it's my cat! Okay, it's nice to the cat. Whoa, what? Oh yeah, this is a unique interaction as well. Those are points for today. Fair enough. Yeah, if I have this and I have the helmet charger, they both have unique interactions with the helmet. You can see all the warframes I'm subsumed in some form right here. Like over here, you can actually see what I have. Actually, I'm close to it. But yeah, no, I've gotten through most of the story. There's a couple side missions I still need to do, honestly. I've been too lazy to get around to them. Maybe I'll knock them out on a stream at some point. Because you got all the stuff that's there, like some, like this and this is all this and this and this. All that's just base helmet stuff. We got Gloom. I have it on Sevi. I got the substitute already. I had base Sevagoth. I was gifted it at one point when I first started playing. I've been streaming for like, let's see, not quite 6 months, but we're getting there. We're getting there. In a couple weeks, it'll be 6 months. Yeah, 6 months, I know. Not a long time. But I think part of it's just having fun regardless. So we got Nidus right here. I did it because I had Nidus Prime. Yeah, I'd say about like, I mean we're like 5 3/4. I'd say it's closer. Because it's like less than half a month away from being 6. So I'd say it's like 5 3/4 roughly. But if you want to drop down to 5.5, that wouldn't be too far off. Got this one from Octavia, base your relic, you got your relic Prime that came out. Got Evade. So it is unfortunate that it kept at 25 seconds, but the Recital 9, which means we got a whole bunch of other ones. I still need to get some of them. It's a mix of slots and just some of them are easier to get than others. Like Harrow I wouldn't mind getting. So honestly, it's a fact of just, it was less that I was inspired by people or impressed by people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I saw other people having success. I'm like, I might as well do something in terms of there. While I can't go ahead and accomplish what I want to, and that's weird, cryptic, but like, I don't know, I'm the kind of person where I just want to be able to entertain or be able to provide for people in some form, whether it be streaming, whether it be making like video games, art, etc. I'm not really an artist, I kind of suck at that part, but that's why I don't, the art, but like, I've mentioned a couple times, I don't mind saying it again, like I have a bachelor's degree in game design and development, game programming and development, so I don't mind saying that. I'm the kind of person of, I want to be able to provide some kind of entertainment for people. And part of that's also just being able to tell stories, whether it be in the sense of playing a game and being there for the journey of streaming, going from all the way to start to now, to the future, or whether it be making a game for people to enjoy what is effectively, because games at the end of the day are basically like interactive books in a weird way. I know it's a weird comparison to make, but it's not wrong in a sense. Difference is with books, you have to generally visualize the characters in your head, and you read through what's going on the pages, or in the case of audiobooks, you listen to what's going through on the pages. In the games, it's a lot more visual, but in the same way, the same base essence. Where you have your characters, there's the adventure, or the tale, or whatever's going on that goes through. It's just in a visual and playable form. Yeah, I saw some people having some success with VTubing. I figured it was probably just going to be better for me. I mean, I technically I do have a workable version of the model. Well, not really workable. I do have an animated version of the model, but there's some issues with it. That's why I don't have it. That's why I'm using the PNG of the thing right now. Otherwise, I would have the model actively going right now. But there were some issues with it, unfortunately, and the person that gave me the model that I got from him, I can't get a hold of the guy that did the rigging, unfortunately, because of some issues. There's a whole story behind that. It's not really relevant for stream, but much as I'd love to, I unfortunately can't. Otherwise I'd have it resolved by now, believe me. Because I'm sure people would probably rather see the model actively, me moving around, being able to gesture with my hands, or see my visual expressions a lot more, rather than just hearing my tone of voice. Because there's only so much that tone of voice can actively do, I think. And even then, it's like text. I mean, well, it's more expressive than text, but it's like, there's a whole diagram for it. It's like the 5 stages of communication. And like I know there's something, I forget what it is. It's like something, text, voice, in person, video, and then in person. Or in person you have the most information. Video you have thing. No, it's custom made by someone else. I have on my Twitter account, I actually have the credits for everyone who worked on anything related to my channel. At some point I'm actually gonna run out of space, so I'm gonna have to also update the CARG website to include everything. I mean, I already have that on there. Model went out in the rigging, but yeah, no, it was. I don't know what exactly they used, but I know it wasn't Vroid. I know they specifically mentioned it wasn't Vroid because someone else brought it up in the past, and they said nah, it wasn't Vroid. I think they used Live 2D. Used Live 2D for it. It was VTube Studio. I don't remember. Yeah, someone else made it for me. I did get to help out with a lot of the design aspects though, like the theming of the model and whatnot. But I'm also of the opinion that... Wait a second. What was a second? I just blanked on what I was gonna say. Oh my goodness. I actually... Well, technically, I mean, I did and didn't pay for it in a sense. I did work for I was going to be part of a VTuber group at one point or another. That's how I got it from them. Then some stuff happened. I won't go into details, and I also can't fully go into details for another few years, but some stuff happened, and all I can say is X-Boss did something that was not very legal, and we ended up getting to keep our models. At least I did. So yeah, there's a whole story behind that. So I've been like, I'm just gonna take advantage of the fact that I still have it. I might as well. As I think just me doing the VTuber type thing, with how I am as a person, I think it works out better for me personally. Because I'm not really the kind of person that would show my face on camera. I'm a little bit more comfortable. I would say this, it's a little bit of me being shy, but also just, you know, there's some level of awkwardness to it. So I feel like this is a nice mix. You guys get something at least, so it's not just me gameplay overlay, but you at least still have something there. And as I said, there is the eventual plan for whenever I can get the model. I might need it re-rigged at some point or another. I think that's probably the main issue. But when, or if I'm able to at some point contact the rigger again, get it re-rigged, then at that point I'll switch over to using the actual model properly, so that way y'all can actually see me with it. That's kind of the plan, whenever the opportunity arises. Another Dante pick. That is incredibly random. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna let me just put something on here real quick. Let's just do that. That's blast damage. I'll just put on shot 3, barrel defection. 6.6 then. I'll take that. We'll just do this then. But yeah, I do eventually want to actually get the model properly up and running. I just have not had a chance to get that re-rigged for a couple different reasons. Torrid. Arbitrations. I'm assuming you're big into VTubers in that case, since you're inquiring about that. I'm not gonna judge or anything, I'm just kind of curious. Because normally I know a lot of people aren't usually the types to go ahead and question all that sort of thing. So,
as any mortal creature would.
monsters and potato
There
chips.
are no second
You have to-
chances.
English. You take care. Thanks for popping by, I appreciate it. I want to know what flavor chips they were later on, though. You gotta tell me that at the very least. Yeah, take care. Oh, dude, that one jump slamming up. Thanks, man. Get it. I blast, okay. I'm blasting. My bar wasn't going up. Nice death feed. So like I said, I think that you're a big fan of like VTubers and big into streaming, I'm assuming. Yes, this is like a curiosity. Yep. Yeah, I usually bring my best stuff for Arbitration. Torrent is one of my best weapons. If I had Strut and Karn, I probably would have gone for Strut and Karn. If I had Strut and Karn, I would have used that. I don't actually go down that way anymore. Often. This is really good about some days I'm not. But yeah, I've been playing Warframe for let's see, good like a year and a half at this point, 2 years, around there. No, it wasn't 2 years because I would have. Dante came out last year, yeah. It was like a good year and a half. Not the only thing I play, obviously, but I do quite like it. Good time with it. And it's one of those that, even though it takes a while to really level up and everything there, there's always something you can do, whether it's arbitrations or you're preparing for your next item, building something. You got plan stuff that you can work on. You can decorate your dojo. Something I love. You can farm for every decoration in the game. I'm getting every frame. Oh, I do this. Rigging doesn't work properly on it. Whenever I try to load it in, it crashes. I gave the model to a couple of my other friends who've done streaming as well, who do the VTubing stuff too, and they have active working models, and they had the same issue I did, where if it was even loaded in, or not even loaded, it was even in their files where they could load it in, it just straight up would not work at all for any of their models. So there's definitely some kind of rigging issue with it.
This test has only just begun.
Problem is we aren't exactly sure what's causing that rigging issue.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get it re-rigged. Biggest issue is finding someone who can help me with that, because as I said, I can't get the rigger, because the rigger I got it from worked for the guy that I did work for a little while. As I said, there's a whole story behind that I'm not going to even get into, unfortunately. But basically, he was told, don't interact with me anymore. I didn't do anything wrong for context. As I said, my boss did some really not quite legal stuff. That's the most I can really say on the topic. Possibly, I might have someone. I need to confirm about that, but I will keep it in mind. I think you can be offered at the very least. I know I've got some emotes being worked on presently as well, so hoping those will be added. Gotcha. Yeah, do me a favor, send them to me off stream. Like, I apologize, I don't mean to sound rude if I do. It's just one of those things that I try to make it a habit of. Unless I'm like searching something up actively for the purposes of stream, like when I need to make a comparison about something, like I was talking earlier about why I didn't want to use the bow in Carnage, why I don't think it's particularly good. Going over some of the other options that were a lot better in my opinion. I generally don't like tapping up too much, unless it's particularly pertinent or unless it's relevant. I'm not saying that isn't relevant to the topic at hand presently, but like you get what I mean. Plus, it'll give us a lot more time to actually talk. It'll give us a lot more time to talk as well afterwards. That way, it wouldn't be so awkward for everyone else watching. I don't think it would be fair just to prioritize one person entirely. I do have some emotes that are already coming in. At some point, I'm kind of just waiting for the artist in question to have a moment to finish the butt. Especially because I know the artist in question. I know they've been busy with a few things on their end, but I wouldn't mind looking either way, just as a curiosity. I think it would be kind of ridiculous if everything has to be a business transaction. Sometimes you just want to look and share for the sake of looking and sharing. People are like, hey, nice work.
Your potential
That's also just me. I know some people are very much the type of, I don't like talking to you unless I get something out of it with you. But I think it's kind of ridiculous personally.
Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Everything can't be business in order to be successful. Not even just in terms of like streaming or anything, but just in general. Plus it means that all of it's just entirely, not necessarily soulless or emotionless, but yeah, it means that you only talk because you need to talk then, rather than even just the casual of, hey, how have you been? Or, hey, how's this project been going for you? At that point, why are you even talking to each other? But sure, obviously, if you're working on a client and provider basis, then that's one thing. But I think about looking at streaming and a little mix of that. It's not like I'm actively running a business here where I've got 300 employees and several merchants I do business with. If it was, I'd have a little bit of a different story. A little bit different story there at that point. But even then, it's still have time to actually talk to people and still be human with them. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion on the matter. But I do understand why some people are very business-oriented and are strictly business-oriented. Like, I would say, like, this account is more business-inclined than if I was talking to you on my regular account. But that's also because of the fact that I feel like, to a certain extent, I need to separate the two. Doesn't mean I can't be friendly, though. You get what I mean? Like, I hope I'm not, like, dragging too much on the topic and boring you in any form. And I can be a bit particular sometimes. I can be very focused on a certain topic. Yeah, we have high joy Bobble on the breath of it. I don't think I've seen a Bobble Prime in a while. I've seen a Gara Prime more recently than a Bobble Prime. I don't think Gara Prime isn't the most commonly used anymore either. See it here today. this more like Jay's life Exo was. That was awful. That was awful. Yeah, I have the Discord server you can pop into if you want. That's also probably the easiest way to reach me. I do have a Twitter as well, but outside of the occasional tweet or making announcements that relate to stuff on the channel, I'm not as active on it. Discord I use pretty regularly though. Not only because obviously community hub there, but just in general. Fair, fair. Yeah, there should be a link somewhere down below. If it's not working, let me know. Whenever I have a chance, I will go ahead and grab the terminal link, or I'll regenerate a link for you if I need to. Yeah, Discord's the best place to reach me if you need to. Also, as I said, we got the community hub there too, so... Yeah, nice 2-for-1 special on that. I know sometimes people do like to talk here and there, so I like having that available. Plus, I have Discord that I regularly use my personal account on a regular basis, so easy to switch between the two of them as I need to. Usually, I personally keep the desktop version open for streaming-related stuff, but like on Saturday, for example, if I do play, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Phasma or Dead by Daylight this weekend. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But because I like to keep my offer open for people to play on those sorts of games. Like I will be actively having the app version of Discord open, so I can be in a call on that without messing with anything. I found it works better on the app version.
Continue to defend.
Plus, if I'm doing anything where I have other people that are in call, I can easily just toggle them on too that way. Yeah, I guess just like with me sticking in the Discord. So does it make it like a 3 for 2, a 4 for 2, 4 for 1? I'm not sure. Something. It's something. Down. Get the cat up. She's actually putting some good work. Plus, meeting a lot of charm is actually pretty solid. Buffing Sevi more though. Still need to get, I've got intensity, I've got fiber. I think I still just need the health one. I'll get myself like 2500 HP on it at max stat. Blessing. Considering how bulky he is, it's gonna be ridiculously hard to kill him. Look at Bloom active. And Energize keeps me with energy. Like, keep Bloom up to that. We got that burn through the chunk. I remember Arbitrations actually used to have, well, it used to be a lot harder, because what Arbitrations used to have was that they would scale up faster and they were steel path only. Now you just need to complete all the junctions to unlock them. So they made it easier, lowered the levels, less curve up. It's honestly a lot easier. Enjoyable too. Because now there's an actual incentive to stay for a while. Gotcha, I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow as well. I will go after this is, after I finish up stream, I will go and handle things there. I'll get everything uploaded then. I appreciate it, thank you. It's too kind. Yeah, no, the one thing I do like about being a smaller little guy right now, especially, is just... I know there's some level of impersonality you have to everyone in your audience, because, you know, you can't be like, oh, we're family, but... You know, I think at least at the very minimum, especially people that are there from the start or very early on. I want to acknowledge you. You know, you're people at the end of the day. You deserve to be treated like people rather than just bots watching me. So you're not exactly bots. You're people. If that makes sense. What I'm trying to say. Because, you know, y'all are taking time out of your day to actively watch me when you could be watching any other person or doing anything else. So... And I can sit here. Doing active again. These guys put it back on top of what I was saying. Huge surge of them. There's one Eximus unit I really hated at the beginning of the game. Jade Light Eximus units. I get the logic for it, especially considering when they added in Jade herself, and then don't pay the butt to have to deal with all the Jade Light Eximus units. It was a lot easier without them. But again, I do think it's probably added something for that. But anyway, as I was saying. Like, y'all picked me to watch out of, like, any other person on here. I mentioned previously, but there's over 1 million streams actively going as I'm recording this. There are over 1 million other people that you could be watching. And I was the one person that y'all actively showed. You know, the least I can do is be appreciative about it and treat y'all like regular people and acknowledge what y'all are saying to the best of my ability. You know, maybe I won't acknowledge everything or won't be able to respond to everything, especially something like a really busy moment or if there's a lot going on in chat, but you know, the least I can do is make an effort. I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to figure it all out, honestly, still. As I said, I've only been doing this for like 6 months, so I at least like going in along with my theme, because I figure if I'm going to be doing this, might as well keep some level of adherence to the theme. You know, it doesn't make sense that I've got, you know, white crocodile, Croco Boy, there's a Croco Boy joke in here somewhere. The One Piece fans be proud. Croco Boy. Yeah, give me a hook claw. No, that's funny. But I don't know, besides the obvious crocodile imagery, and if you're aware of White Crocodile itself,
or continue fighting?
then you know the affiliation with spirits.
Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Yeah, I tried it. I mean, I can't say it's the most amount of effort, because I know there's people that are always going to be doing more than I am. But, you know, I try to at least put in effort where I can, when possible. If I'm going to be doing it, I want to do it right at least. Yeah, I've probably changed defense to 3 waves instead of 5, so you can really go on for a decent amount of time now. Look at the changes to Arbitrations. I think I've gotten up to like 21 waves before recently. That's one of the Arbitrations that I did. It has like 21 waves. I'm normally at level 80 units. I've done steel path that are level 100 plus. I think that's fine. can mention the circuit units as well, but I have circuit bonuses, so it doesn't really count either. That's why I have damage that scales upwards for every decree that I have, so that's a huge boost. That's also why I can deal with level 700 enemies on there, so I won't be able to regularly easily. Now consider, I can't make any promises, obviously. Both because I've not seen anything yet, but I think it would be unfair to make a commitment now. For both of our sakes, to be fair, but I'll at least give it a fair look and give it fair consideration for you, yeah. That's the least that I can do. As I said, you're taking all the time to actively go and spend time in chat and actively taking the time. There's plenty of other people you could be watching, and I'm the person that you decided. The least I can do is have a little tact on the matter. And if you do play Warframe as well, then feel free to pop in. Unless I'm actively doing like a collab with someone or something of that sort, I usually like to keep it open because I know there's plenty of people out there that play Warframe. And I don't mind if you're like a rank 1 or if you're a rank legendary 1. It doesn't matter to me as long as we're having a good time. And at the end of the day, streaming is about having fun first and foremost. If you're not having fun, people will notice. And that just creates a negative feedback loop and all that too, because if you're unhappy about it, then people will notice, which means that they won't want to stick around because they'll know you're unhappy, which means that you'll be even more unhappy, and then it just creates a really bad feedback loop. Like, if I'm going to be streaming, at least I might do something I'm going to be enjoying, having fun with people, and all that kind of stuff. Good time as a whole. Plus, what's the point of just doing something you actively hate? You know, I know there's people out there that hate watch other people, for instance. And I've never understood that. Like hate watching a TV show. Like, what is the point in doing that? You're actively doing something that you know you don't like. Why are you wasting your time doing that? Get that out. You gotta find some news. Okay, what's the point in like hate watching? Oh, that'll show them. I'll give him more time, and they can use those assumptions of my enjoyment of the show. They won't know I'm hate watching, but I'm gonna do it because I'm better than them. Like, no. You put it like that, it's a little silly, isn't it? In that regard, I hope no one's hate watching me. If you are, please don't. I mean, I can't stop you, but there are better things that you could be doing with your life at that point. Here. Yeah, I should have gotten that full bar. Arbitration drones when you need them. The one time I actually want them to show up. So we can get the buddy boyo. He's not down, and he's not getting all the rewards. I mean, fame is cool and all, but just down. Yeah, we're gonna have to go after this wave, I think, so we can get people up real quickly. Like, fame is cool and all, but you know, there's also negative aspects of fame too. And like, yeah, I'd love to be able to use, you know, I like the idea of having fame for the purposes of being able to help people out more, but there's always negative downsides to it too. So at the end of the day, you get too big, it becomes impersonal. I can get one of them. You're getting back up right here because you're closer to me. Out. Ben's target's trying to go down too. We need to get out of here. He is roaming around like a lunatic. Yeah, no, I got something worked on for emotes. I'm kind of just waiting on that to actually happen. I got an affiliate 2 weeks ago at this point, I want to say. 2.5 weeks? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was because it's half. Yeah, like 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
Ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I got on a Sunday. I know that.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to
After, ironically, a very fortunate accident on my end. So yeah, I've not had it for a ton of time, but it's kind of just whatever. I think it's been like it's been 3.5 weeks. Let me go check. Actually, I can calculate. Let's see. Been on this date, so yeah, I guess 3.5 weeks. Yeah. Either way, that's not super. Specifics don't matter whether I got it 1 week ago or I got it 1 month ago. And honestly, the bigger thing for the affiliate is that I got channel points for all to get some stuff on. I'd love to figure out more. Problem is, like, I love the channel points for everyone. I'm like, I wish I had more that I could offer with the channel points. Cause some of them, like, I just don't know what to offer. So, like, I know people love the soundboard stuff.
Angry.
I'm trying to figure out some of the other stuff that I could put on there. On top of that, I want to offer some stuff besides just soundboard. That feels a little cheap on my end. Plus, like I said, I want the emotes that there's actually not only the incentive to stick around and watch and all that, but you know, if you're gonna take your time to actively, you know, follow and watch for a whole bunch of time, I feel like you at the very minimum should be able to get something out of it. You know, I wouldn't say it's a consolation prize necessarily, but you know, it's something. It'd feel wrong if I didn't give back in some form. At that point, that just goes against the very kind of point that I was kind of preaching in a sense. Let's bring, you know, let's go wolf sledge. I think I want to use the wolf sledge this time. Oh yeah, I never got to finish showing you my place. Yeah. So we got all this. I did have something right here, and then you got the helmet. I went with this one because I like it. I guess I'll go based on this. Sentient one's funnier. I know there's a lot of different skins. I like this one I can get. I need to get one of them for free, like this, and if you chose her to be Margulis, you get this one. If you chose Lotus to stay Lotus, you get this one. If you chose her to... Because you're basically like, oh, I have 3 different identities, and there's a whole story point about it. I ended up having her pick this one, because like that's technically who she is. At that point, she should embrace who she is and use that to better the system at that point. No more hiding under masks, you know. This is who you were made to be. This is who you hid yourself as. This is who you are. At that point, embrace who you are. That sort of thing. Oh, yeah, you can colorize too. Personally, I like keeping it basic though. I know it's boring, but well, some people think it's boring, but I think it just makes the most sense. We have all my stuff there. We have the 4 things I use: Arbitrations. Got this from Bear a while back. Add a couple of fighters into there. But I don't take a lot. We got the Peregrine. He's just kind of sitting there. My Heimakara. Just kind of dangling from up there. I know that one's crazy because I don't think we've had a Heimakara sculpture available in a while. Because there's only been a handful of them that have been available in any form. So I know I ain't getting rid of it. God bless anyone who ended up getting theirs and selling it off or converting it to Endo. forgot how rare they are. Got some spare parts. A few lockers. We got my little plant right here, my planter. Sculptures and Duviri stuff. A couple sets. We got my fish. Got my boy Flagellacanth right here. Got a Murkray up top. My boy Kuthel over here. We got Traumazon in the back. Another Murkray. We got 2 of them, and there's 2 smaller ones. I really want to get Glopid. I still need to max out so I can actually get a Glopid. We have... Seems like all your planes have flown away. Oh, these are all my spacecraft. Right on here. I have a couple other decorations for it. We also got my one all the way in the corner here because it's funnier. I think it's just funny because if you don't look, it looks like there's one off in the distance that's coming. Which means I can kind of just kneel here. There's not really a reason to, but I can. Let's just see what stuff's nearby. Like, I'm on the moon right now. You can kind of see like the ring around it. You get the Earth in the background. There's a few fish that I have. I do actually have a couple. Like, I had the aquarium one too, but like it would get rid of a whole bunch of stuff on there because it takes up a whole bunch of space. So I actually have the space to, pun intended, because it takes up a little bit more. But I don't know, as much as I wanted to use the aquarium one, initially I'm like, this one's kind of just cool. I like it. You got this one, Cephalon one, you got the Earth one, Europa. They're off right now. That's funny. Kuva Fortress, Lua, the moon, which is where we just were. Mars, planes of Eidolon, and then Venus. And you also get 2 little Warframe models that you can use. And you got the side tech, main tank. What's side tech? See, I have a lot of fish. I have Duviri fish, I have Fested fish, I have some common ones, I have some rare ones. Fish right here. Norgs. I have a Norg in here somewhere. Kuthals. Yeah, these are rare. 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 Rare-ish. They're the most common of the rare earth fish. I don't have any Galopids because the fact if I'm not high enough rank on Earth, just need to finish that up. I don't think I have any of the other ones. I do have an Aquapulmo in there, which is one of the rare infested fish. There's another one that doesn't appear until I think they're rank 4 or 5. I don't have that on. I'm only at rank 3, I believe. 4. Maybe not rank 4. Rank 5. Doesn't matter. I got one of them. And then we have, we got Flagellacanth is one of the rare ones too. All the fish are taken than one of the other streamers do. Oh no, you could, they generate naturally. Like I'm going to planes of Eidolon. I was gonna say, you have, the way that it works is that the fish have different cycles. Some of them are available at all times. So like there's different ways to, let me show you, I gotta go top, I can explain. So there's 3 different free roams that work here. So we have planes of Eidolon, as you can see, night ends in 37 minutes. So there are some fish that there's some fish that work in day and night. There are some fish that are only nighttime exclusives. There are some that are daytime exclusives. Some of them specifically need bait on top of that. Orb Vallis is very similar, heat and cold. There are some fish that are really cold exclusive, there are some that are heat exclusive, and there are some that just don't care. And if we go up to Deimos, you have the Cambion Drift, that's the same way. You have Foss and Voam. This is the biggest one with there, because there's certain, like, Pretizites, for example, are like one of the animals. There's the other one there, I forget what the other ones are called, but there's Pretizites and there's, Vulpaphylos, that's what it is. And there's the basic version that will show up in any, and then you'll have, like, for example, the Pretizites have, like, the basic one, the Vizier, then you have, like, the Medjay, and you have the Pharaoh. And the Medjay and the Pharaoh only show up on one of them, so one of them's on Voam, one of them's on Foss. I do like actually being able to put the fish into the tank. You are limited on the size of the fish that you can have. because otherwise they won't show up after a certain point if I put more in. As you can see, we have large boy here and some stuff here. We get the Aquapulmo, we get some of the Merc Rays. The Norg is somewhere. I don't know where the Norg is. He might be in the back somewhere. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. And I know that the mechanical fish kind of count as their own thing. Where is the Norg? Please tell me my Norg is still in there. He is. You can see him. He's got the little sack under him. He's turning right now. He's like the one that's like glowy orange looking. Cause yeah, I have a whole decent amount in there. A couple small ones. Got 2 small Merc Rays. Got a Kuthal. 2 of them actually. Medium Norg. So I think you only have 2 large fish. They take up on opposite sides. You got a bunch of mediums that swim around. This is highest. This is not medium size. This is so for the mechanical fish, like this is also one that's a hybrid. Sounds good. So there's basic, adorned, and magnificent. So B, A, and M. I just saw the other Aquapulmo was B. This one's an A, so this one's adorned, so fancier looking. And these are magnificent ones, so they have the biggest difference. Like, I'm gonna go to Orb Vallis. I'm gonna quickly go check real quick. I want to check which fish are specifically available on Warframe real quick. There's some that are specifically rare. I want to make sure I can actually go to them and not look like a clown. Okay, those are the. So we got Earth are gonna be purely regular. Cambion Drift is gonna be infested and hybrids. And then you have the servo fish, which are the mechanical ones, that are in the what's it called, the Orb Vallis. Go to Fortuna. Go to Fortuna as well. I can actually show you better. Orb Vallis. I don't have synathids yet. Moment. Sometimes it takes a moment to get in. Bye bye. Take care. I'll get the Orb Vallis fish. I need to go pay business
Legs
visit
makes
anyway.
me laugh. Anyone with some of your catch will separate their components and distribute them to the needy. There's certainly enough of them.
So specifically, I have to go in my inventory for that.
Next you return.
If we pull up car remote, so I actually have. You can see this one looks kind of cool. Got the base one. Not as fancy. Have to wait for him to loop around, but actually I could go for Synathid right now. Yeah, he ain't as fancy looking. Then you got these a little bit more fancy looking. So the lights on there a little bit better.
I'm in the business of keeping you alive. Your quarry too. Trank rifles and lures.
You
Help
got
me
this one.
preserve the miracle of the Orb Vallis
A little
ecosystem.
bit nicer looking. I don't know if this one's the most obvious. Maybe this, does it show? Maybe it doesn't show. Oh yeah, you can see it right here. Yeah, basic spines, bigger spine, biggest spine right there. I'm not paying attention. You can actually see the difference. We're going full clown mode. All right, we're going to Orb Vallis. I'm going to specifically set it to friends only, so that way I don't have a bunch of randoms. They're going to be dragging down. Or if I'm doing something specific, I'm gonna get jumped because someone else is there. Never wants to load me into the Orb Vallis, that'd be great. That'd be great, thank you. Alright, where were the synathids? I had them. Synathids. Rare and warm. Where do they specifically spawn? Prefers warm. Cave hotspots. Synathid bait recommended. Alright, so I need to go into caves. That's fine. That is not the biggest issue. I know where some of the caves are anyway. But first, before I do, I'm gonna go bring everyone to my favorite spot to catch Tromazons. They are so ridiculously easy to get. It's not even funny. Like, we just go down here. Don't need like a bait or anything. I am using my garbage weapons right now. I wish I brought something better. Who's left? What's left? Pull out my shock prod because I can use them without the shock prod, but it physically damages them if I don't, which means that they're worth less. I go jump into the water because it will generally reset the fish in some form. Sometimes you gotta give it a minute. Yeah, like right here. You got tink. You see, there's just a little basic one. Tank, get some brickies I know spawn here too. So I know if we're lucky we'll have a Tromazon spawn, but more than 10 minutes, it's not a big deal. We can chill here for a moment, pun intended. Get a good stream anyway. We don't need relic cracking like I thought we would, but I mean, it says we have to. Like, there's a nice hotspot right here. Allow me to jump into the water to force respawn. But yeah, rarer fish are more inclined, or rarer and better fish are more inclined to spawn where the hotspots are. This one's better right here, I think. Yeah, adorned. Not quite magnificent, but it is adorned. Not that I really need these. Why are you in the coolant? You're probably sneezing because it's not good for you. I'm gonna get sick. You have to cut down the reeds as well. Little plants there. I think it's kind of cool. Yeah, there's a magnificent snake. We got like a recaster right here. Nope, missed him. Block. Oh, Tromazon right there. Bada bing, what do we get? Basic, yeah. Is he not too fancy, but 0.1 points. 0.1. But yeah, as you can see, they can and will spawn right here. It's my personal go-to for a location if I need to get a Tromazon. You just sit here for like half an hour, catch some fish, chill. And then you get a nice little Tromazon out of it. Get a couple of them. Get a bunch of brickies, tanks, all that sort of thing. Look, another Tromazon right here. Make sure you don't fumble too much, because eventually it will scare the fish off and tie. Really, Eugen? You scared off all the fish. I'm so glad I don't need a ton of Tromazons right now. Yeah, it's something you probably should be aware of. Don't bring the cat into here. Probably better to bring like a Nautilus or like another Sentinel. I have Nautilus, but I say Nautilus because Nautilus is one of the ones that's easy to get right now. There's nothing out of range on that. Oh well. Let me go find a cave. That's the Jade Light. They can spawn in this pool as well, I should mention. But I think this one's just a safer one to go to. Then it's less visible. Alright, let's go find a cave. What cave do I want to go to? I know there's a few. Go right here. Coolant. Cave entrance. I remember spending so much time here where I would just do a whole bunch of animal conservation. Easy way to get stuff up. I know some people don't like the animal conservation, but I quite like it personally. Plus it's cool just getting to get little plushies of all the animals that you save. You know, it feels quite wholesome. Where's the entrance to this cave? Is it down below? Where's the opposite side? Sometimes these cave entrances are a pain in the butt to find. You know they're in the area, but they're just somewhere. Never mind, that we'll just find another one. I'm not gonna spend 10 minutes looking just for one singular. If I can find it. The bowl of lowers in the butt. There it is. Yeah, there might be some enemies down here. Do it rather. Yeah, good enough. Let's see how long the nearest one is, or how far from it's going to be rather. I can't really do that, so we have to do that. This, we have any, it's one of those caves that just doesn't have any water in it. Gosh darn it, I think it is. Alright. Now the launch point might be behind. Alright, where next? Let's go towards the big site. Log on. Log on fishing. This feels like it should be the secondary. And the other one feels like it should be the primary. No. You get blown up as well. You don't get to do that and get away. You gotta run me over. We call that hit and run. Hit and runs are illegal. Can't bribe me out of it. I will press charges. There we go. Oh. So I'll deal with those first. There's somewhere. Nope, big boy knows. No, you don't get a jump. Yeah, get stunned. I don't care if it's a good drink or not.
Female. Such dignity. A reasonably common variant of the apex predator, distilled to its purest form.
I've caught some of the really rare ones. As you can see, I have marks for every single one of these too. So yeah, Bobbers, Vermink, Sawgaw, Bolarola, Horask, Stover, and Cupidon. I also got lures for most. I don't have any Vermink lures because I don't really bother with the Verminks. Or not Verminks, the Sawgaws. Got plenty enough of them. Because I remember when they were like one of the only few things I could actually track. Best believe I made you good use of that. I did deal with anything else. Got anything else? No. Alright, back into the cave. Back into the Cave of Wonders. Got a rare gem, I don't really care. This I actually do care about. Grab it. Just slightly. And get the other one. There's the node. At that point, you kind of just gotta go in and I do. There we go. Not here to be perfect with it. Alright. Jump into the water. Spawning? That's the biggest question. Can we get something to spawn? So I need to make sure there's just 1 point water first. There's some that does, some that doesn't. Let's make it. To 3,000. God, yes. Noctral, I'll take it. Noctral's cool. Nope. This might not be a spawn water. Oh no, it is. Alright. Took a while. Took a while. Another one. Let me make sure. Let me go double check. Oh, we got a hotspot right here. Perfect. Getting warm. Plus you can. Get synathid, I'm gonna be happy camper. Happy croc even. This spot will work fine here. Mire winder. Grab that. Thorn, nice. Mire winder. Just doing a little bit of nice little bit of fishing. A spot of fishing. And yoink. Just good for stunning anything else in the area. Got him. Ooh, that magnificent one. Beautiful boy. They have genders, do they? I don't know, beautiful boy's better alliteration. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just toss in. Thing lighted up. Get some luminous dye going. Any kind of fish in here? Any fishies wanna poke their heads? Yes, no, maybe so. That. Just gotta do a refresh. There we go. There. Oh, I get this up one too. Excellent. A little bit awkward right now, kind of just waiting for it to spawn. Worst case, I might just go try to catch one off stream. I kind of do want one of these. I haven't gotten one of them at all yet. There always is that temptation of just... There's a second one right there. Scrubbers. I'm actually closer to the water. To the shoreline. Synathids. Two of them actually. Let me go around the opposite side. These tough little buggers, aren't they? Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Gotcha. There we go. Got him. Basic, but it's a synathid. We don't complain. They are rare. Oh, Karma. My boy, Lobster. There we go. No lobster, but under the lobster. Ooh, that one's a good one too. Oh wait, no, it's just the same kind. Never mind. Just about as the highest grade. Whoops. Oh well. Like I was having my hopes up and everything. Well, we got a Synathid at least. Not great, but we got one. We got my boy Lobster. We got one of these though. Hopefully, we can get some better ones. Some luck to spawn. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's do a little bit of fishing. Nice and relaxing. Doing our thing. I don't know, maybe I'll crack open one relic. Maybe we'll do one relic mission, maybe not, but need some fun, some arbitrations at least. Mess around with some stuff. The weeklies. Go to Iron Wake again. Ooh, might have to do that, yeah. Go pick up my ribbons for the week. And back into the water we go. And back into the suspect water we go. Wrong one. I'm in 17 minutes. I bet we looked at one. You know, there's just a basic one. I mean, you take what you can get in this day and age. 1 second. To wrap this up real quick. I just found something in my office. There's a, I think it was like a wasp or like a, what was it? Looked like a wasp. I don't know if it was like a paper wasp. It was like a regular looking one. All I see is not very friendly looking bug. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it real quick. So I've been seeing one in my office here and there. I thought I got rid of it. Maybe I did and another one came in, but I think this was the same one that was hiding from me. Hey, oh well, it doesn't matter. How much we got left? 15 minutes. Jump again, do a bit of refresh. Make a note which map it is when we get out. Hope I can go back to it later. Try and get some better synathids. I need to scan them too. Just realized. So Nautilus the one that automatically scans? If it is, I might just have to go ahead and grab Nautilus for this. Plus, meetings out there. I can do a pain in the butt. Jumping into the water and despawning all the fish. Anything else spawns in here, if anything else does, I'll stick around a little bit longer, but otherwise we might just have to go for now. Yeah, I don't think we spawning right here. Oh, we do. I should just grab it. Oh, we still got a little bit right here. Back. Though this also isn't a hotspot anymore, so probably doesn't help. I might see about trying to spend a little bit of resources to procure some synathid bait. Make it more likely to show up. Normally I don't bait unless I need to for the fish, but with this, considering I've seen 2 of them as a whole, might honestly be worth it. Anyway, let's get out of here. So it's like right... Okay, so it's right by the Horindi crater. Okay, so not too far off from the dig site, actually. It's actually kind of easy to remember. We have my boy over here.
Weather like this, I do not miss my organics.
I bet.
So, what do you need?
Oh no, I just came to say hi to you. That's all. Take care, mate. Oh my god. It's frozen outside. Well, it's actually not fully frozen as much as you thought, some. Got a little something right here. Let's go pull my aquarium. But first, let me see what happens if I try to give it over. I'm not gonna, but like...
I wasn't always about the preservation of life, more the strategic deletion of it.
Gramps is cool.
Conservation is my calling now.
We like Gramps.
Scales need balancing. Good choice. I'll leave you to it.
Here is my synathid. My boy synathid. Here it is.
Wait. Do you know what this is? An original Orokin custodial drone. Where in the world did you find this? Most people have only ever seen this fellow in pictures. Old pictures. He must have been down there for centuries.
I mean, I can go show you. I can show you. I mean, like...
When next you return.
I mean, I found something like a cave. You know where the Traumatons? You know where the Traumatons are that I get them from that I was telling you about? Go into that cave. They got car moats that are there too. We got some scrubbers, brickies, mire winder. We got my boy Horask right here. Wish I could pet him. I really wish I could pet him. You can see they're turning all fish parts into weaponry and such.
I'll take a piece out of you. You came at them the wrong way. The mink? Slippery little buggers. But we can fix that, don't you worry.
We can fix that. What do you mean by that? Alright, let's sketch. Let's give him the fish tag. See what he looks like. See him yet. Sooner or later.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Do I have too many fish in there? I might. Let me remove medium Kuthal and synathid. What they count as medium fish for purposes of. Still don't see him. I'll have to go check on it later. I'm really hoping we actually get to see him before we go, but I'll have it working next time so that way he's visible somewhere in the tank. Maybe he's just hiding somewhere. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's up there. Look at him just chugging along. Kinda just doing his thing. Just chugging along. Alright, let's see if I can add the Kuthel back in if it's still there. No, he spawns. If he's still in there. I hit max, yeah. It's very possible I might have. Okay, he's just chugging and chilling. Good for him, he's happy in his new little home. I like him too. He's kind of awkward. He ain't the prettiest boy, but he's a good boy nonetheless. Yeah, you don't think I can have that Kuthel in there? Yeah, the maximum amount of fish that I can have. If I like a small, well, I was gonna say, maybe if I like a smaller Glopid, I could put it in there. That means I have to worry about the Glopid. Alright, move this guy out then. So I won't be able to see him clearly. Big boy right here. But yeah, fun times. You know what? Let's go crack open one relic. That's what we're gonna do. That ain't gonna be much, but it's a relic at the very least. A relic. It's one of the few fish I still needed actually knocked. I got every Orb Vallis fish now in some form. Let's do. Go N17. I feel like N17. Everyone's running. Kinda just chilling. I was zoom too. Oh, I like his ship. I need to get the Janus key.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them.
Using the
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. You're near a fissure. The enemies are dropping reactants. Target located. Bring them in. Keep fighting. Look for more reactants. I am detecting a prosecutor. Get ready for a tough fight. Excellent work. You'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Prosecutor eliminated. Watch out for more. Heads up. A Grineer assault team is headed your way. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
It's not good. I got not get stuck on things, thank you. Okay, we're gonna drop off to the face view. Both of those there. I don't really need Shade Prime systems. I'd rather have the extra Baruch part, because I know at least people will pay for it a lot more than Shade Prime, probably. Worst case, I just duck at it.
Another job well executed.
Alright, not bad. It's looking savvy too. Oh, I need to show the. I forgot to show the curse savvy on stream. I'll do it next stream. Someone reminds me. Dying will, yeah. Alrighty. Let's go back into the fish room while we wrap things up. Stare at my beautiful fish. Are we done? Maybe we should chill somewhere. I don't know. Let's go hang out with the whistle. Hang out with Rossi.
Disgusting, is it not, Operator? Or
Just
just
my beautiful boy.
Charging this.
cleaning this room that sadly this vile mass serves you and your orphans. Necessary.
Forget that, Ortis. This thing defies logic. It defies logic. Well, I don't know what to say.
To progressions.
Defies logic.
All systems nominal. You don't need to thank me.
I'll be going now. Take care, halflings. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll hopefully have a better synathid for the next time I stream Warframe. And I'll show you what the nice one looks like, or at least an adorned. I'm hoping for at least an adorned. Magnificent would be awesome, but we'll see what we can get. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.